Damped torsional vibrations. The aim of this experiment is to study the damped torsional vibrations of a single rotor system. We know that in physical world, any system cannot be considered isolated. So in case of single rotor system, there is some amount of resistance offered by the surroundings. One such is due to the medium in which this rotor is placed. Say air. Air does apply some resistance to the motion and hence causes damping of the vibrations. Here, in this study, we will consider a study on the resistance only. Now, if we change the medium from air to water or to oil or to some other viscous fluid, that the amount of resistance changes. We have a simple apparatus where we give gentle vibration to the system and test its performance in different mediums. We record a chart of these vibrations and study it. It is observed that the chart, or say the graph obtained, is logarithmic in nature. The graph looks somewhat like this. On the vertical axis, we have amplitude of vibration, and on the horizontal axis, it's the time period. The logarithmic decrement is denoted by delta and can be calculated by the equation ln x1 by x2, where ln is the natural log and x1 by x2, that is a ratio where x1 is the amplitude of first vibration and x2 is that of the second vibration. Now, as this is no instantaneous damping, that is the amount of resistance is low, the equation for damping factor would be delta by 2 pi. The damping factor is denoted by lambda. Now let's perform the experiment. This is the rotor. Its weight is 5.8 kgs. The below one is the bucket. It is used here so that we can apply friction by medium of air or water or oil. Now in this bucket we have the level indicator so that we can check the depth of immersion. This is our chart recorder and here is our stylus. So the experimental procedure goes like this. We will have to lift this and give a small amount of torsional deflection. Check if this touches properly. No, not yet. Once more. Just see that there is no or say less wobble. See, now it's wobbling. We have to try to reduce the wobble. So presently for this case, we have air as the damping medium. Now try this. So this is how we'll be performing experiment. We'll give it another try. So here you see we have got the graph. Now I'll explain the procedure to take the values of x1 and x2 in the next step. So this was case 1 where we have got air as a damping medium. We have taken 1 and 2 readings. There are 2 more which I had tried. So in total we have got 4 different readings to average out the values. Now we'll fill this bucket and perform it for water as a damping medium. So here the depth of immersion again is kept as 70. Now we'll try to take the readings. It's a nice graph. One more reading. You can try it the other way around when you're low. Like this. This was a fantastic graph. You can give one more try. So see the difference. Here we had wobble. This thing was wobbling. So you can consider it as less reliable. These two are fairly okay. Now we'll again change the depth of immersion and we'll take one more reading. Now here I have increased the depth of immersion by 10 mm. So initially it was 70, now it's 80. We'll again take similar readings. See, this was wrong because I applied too much pressure with the stylus. You see the amplitude directly damped. Once more. Once more. So that's how we take readings for this. We have got three graphs. You see this here, amplitude, it's decreasing. In this case, here also it's decreasing. Now I'll explain how to take the values of x1 and x2 for all the graphs. Now for the obtained graphs, draw a mean line through the amplitudes. That is, measure the value of total amplitude and draw a line along its midpoint. This must divide the graph into two equal parts along its length. Now measure the value of two successive peaks on either side of these lines and call them as x1 and x2. Use this for calculation and find the value of delta and lambda for all the three cases. You can see this in the table shown. Now we plot the graph of depth of immersion versus delta and delta versus lambda. You can see that the trend is increasing. That is, with increase in depth of immersion, the logarithmic decrement is also increasing. Though not linear in nature, Same is the case with damping factor. We can still take reading for a few more variants of depth of immersion and check the trend. Note that the pointer tip pressure, wobble of rotor motion, shaft stiffness and shaft straightness plays a role in the readings obtained.